Hey everybody, and welcome back to the 2022 United States National Snooker Championship. We're just catching up in this ring here, kind of moving swiftly along. As we've told you, they're a bit behind, but we got a great match here between Ray McCarthy and Jacob Lackey. Just getting caught up. Snooker Shed is this Dave Daly's club. Well, Dave Daly plays a lot here. He does do a lot of help, but you'd almost think that it was part of his club, but actually Mike Dominguez is the owner-operator. He's gone in with Jamie Miller as well, and Christian Youngers, and a gentleman by the name of Fuke, I think it is. So, nice to hear Scotland is tuning in. 1:41 a.m. Fantastic. Not sure where exactly you are in Scotland, but I was there back in 2018 and really enjoyed the island of Islay. Definitely some great scotches there. Julian, great to hear you tuning in from Hong Kong, as it's tomorrow morning there. I thought you were a bit familiar there, John. I seem to remember that you were an Illinois University fan, watching the Fighting Illini. So yeah, Ray McCarthy, I believe, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, as I'm learning lots about our great American players here. But I think Ray owns a room in California. So if anybody can prove me wrong, I have no problem with that. Definitely on first impressions, it definitely looks like Ray knows his way around the table a bit more than Jacob. But I've been proven wrong before. Hopefully you got the split screen over there, John, as you're watching college football and some great snooker action here in Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. John, thank you very much. The audio is on us. That's great to hear. I agree, Canute. There should be some college snooker programs. Yes, they do it in China. Actually, it's part of the curriculum in China. As Ding Junhui has definitely opened the door over in China. And there's a lot of players really taking up the game over there in a country that has quite a lot of people. We're going to strike the chord with a few people. So this is really looking very impressive here by Ray. And he's in a group with CCU. We saw him battling out with John Boone a few hours ago on the TV table.
Oh yeah.
Nice shot there by Jacob. He can build up a good break here. Bit pacey there. Yeah, I'm not dreaming. You know, it might look all right. Maybe you could slightly cut that red into the side pocket, but looking at the live table action from my vantage point, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. That is it. It's unpottable. It's like that red. So electing for a long pot. He almost might have wanted to play a bit safe, actually. But he's come up all right. Because unfortunately, in the old terminology, they did call this a Chinese snooker. And the great Joe Johnson, 1986 world champion, did mention, you know, it's called the Chinese snookers because the Chinese read bottom to top. So see if Ray is going to bring out some of the fancy equipment here at Bays, the other accessories. He's using the Swan. Swan doesn't make an appearance a lot of the time. Good shot there. That red nice to the cushion, but Jacob just switched hands there. Looks like he's a ambidextrous player. Always a good thing to have. I think if there's any youngsters that are turning in or people that are just taking up the game, it's quite an asset if you can shoot with both hands, right and left. Just limits your usage of the rest. And some people have a distaste for it as a snooker player. You got to learn to love that rest if you're not ambidextrous. It's good to see that the Hong Kong Masters will be held in October. So good to see some pro players going back overseas. I know obviously the COVID pandemic has really put a dent in the pro circuit as they had a high number of tournaments over in the Asian market and would be itching to get back. So hopefully slowly and surely we can resume a somewhat normal way of life. getting on and hopefully having snooker events all across the globe, as it's a global game. And hopefully someday soon we can get a pro event here in America, as I am. It's really great to see all the great viewership and the great chats and everyone. This is really showing, I think, a lot of people that people in this country are interested in this game. And to have a field of 38 players is just fantastic to see. Even then as well, talking to some other players that play at Ox from time to time. Some members are letting me know that they would love to play this, but sometimes they've come from other countries, but they've made their residence in the States, and just finding that citizenship is just a little tricky. And that's what this tournament requires, that you become a U.S. citizen, or you have to be a U.S. citizen, shall we say. Olivia, I'm pretty sure your dad is hearing your good wishful thoughts. He's doing a great job here in this first frame, leading 48-8. Maybe you can correct that for me, Olivia. I'm not sure. Does your dad own a club down in California? Or it might have been misconstrued, because there was going to be a match on the TV table that we did have a owner of a room in California coming up, but as we're playing roll on, roll off kind of style here, that match might have got rerouted to a different table. So 41 point difference with 51 on the table. That frame is not secure, Mr. McCarthy. Excuse me. Jacob can go for the pink there. It's not in a snooker's required stage or needing a lot. Like that pink to go. It's coming back. No, it's not going to drop there. Seeing maybe a clip off this red by the top cushion on the left side, ship him back into bulk. Play the shot I was thinking, but that could be costly. Good spot to play a good snooker here for Jacob. Come off the red and get behind that. Went for the pot. Go for that cue ball. Ooh. Now that's a little, I think he just hit that ball a little bit, pushing it into the pocket. It obviously was going in, but that's a little unsportsmanlike. You got to let that ball drop because, that ball is still on the table, and touching a ball on the table is a 4-point foul. So if Ray wanted to call a foul, he personally could. Looks like free ball is awarded because just can't hit that right side. Definitely Canute. Where's the cue ball going? It's going right into Jacob's hand, which is a no-no. And with that little flick of the yellow there, Jacob concedes that first frame. So Raymond McCarthy takes a commanding 1-0 advantage in this best of 3 round robin stage. Definitely every match you win is important. So we'll be right back with frame 2 action. And we're back with frame 2 action. It's David Burney in the booth with you, and I got the crack technical director here. Christian Youngers is in the booth as well. He's keeping score, keeping everything up to date, making sure we don't have any glitches.
How's it going? So it looks like Jacob to break this one. Is that right?
Yes, Snooker Shed out there in Scotland. It is a very, very nice club. Jonathan has the club in Vancouver. Mike Dominguez has 4 top-notch star tables, number 10's track and cloth, heated tables. So Mike has spent no expense giving all his snooker players the best possibilities, best conditions.
Ooh, he went for it.
Yeah, that's a tough one for sure.
I got punished my first match going against Jackie Wee. I did the exact same shot, and he went on to do a 39, I think, break right after that. So I've learned my lesson with those middle pockets. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's you make it once and you feel like you can never miss it basically after that, and then you realize in a match it's a little bit different.
Yeah, the strong players in this tournament will definitely make you pay.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that big time.
Jacob's just waiting for the adjacent player or the adjacent table. Player on that table. Actually, no. Mike Dominguez just to take his shot or size it up. Just doesn't want to bother him too much. Wow, great long pot there.
Yeah, nicely done.
It's going to boost up your confidence, and he does have the black into the middle pocket. But as we've seen, those middle pockets are quite tight. If he rolls enough through, he does have that red on the bottom of the cluster.
Yeah, I was talking to Jacob right before his match, and he was asking, fellow pool player starting in Q Sports, asking about how to learn the snooker stance, snooker style of cueing, etc. And it's quite the effort, but once you get it down, it definitely makes a big difference on these tables. But Yeah, shout out to Jacob. Trying to learn the snooker technique, as some would say.
Yeah, hopefully you could find a coach in your area, or just find someone online. Some of these coaches do travel a bit of distance. If they see someone that is keen on the game and wanting to learn more, they will travel to help you hone your skills. Definitely in the day of the internet that we're living in, the great Barry Stark. He has a great YouTube channel with basically going from the bare basics up to all the elements you need to become a great snooker player. So he has great videos up there for everyone to learn. But then it's all up to the individual and what's between the ears to make yourself a good player.
Yeah, I personally learned a ton from Barry Stark. He's a little more dry, you could say, in terms of entertainment in his videos, but very, very informative, and you learn a lot for sure. And then if you want a little bit more entertainment, you can look up somebody like Break from Life. Definitely shows you a lot of good technique and good practices, but has a lot of little quirks going on in his show. It's pretty fun to watch. And I don't know who else. There's quite a few, I'd say.
True, as well as Nick Barrow, who will be coming to North America very soon. At the end of this month of September, he'll be coming to Vancouver, coming to Seattle, New York, Toronto. So he's doing a nice little tour. So if
yes, sir.
Jacob is wanting to improve his game, I think he should definitely sign up.
Yeah, I think I signed up for one of the events here at Ox. I don't know if they're sold out yet or not, but if you wanna check it out, you can go to oxbilliards.com and you can buy the Nick Barrow class through our Bookio system, I believe. The classic roll-up safety.
I'm not sure why he's taking the left side. I almost would go right side and maybe two cushions off the left, off the top, and just slowly roll into.
Yeah, we got a lot of good recommendations in the chat. Somebody else calling out Break from Life. Snooker Shed, I guess, has some stuff online, so go check them out. Barton Snooker, haven't heard of them before, but
Yeah, I believe Steve Barton is his name, right, Julian? Pipes in about the stream about Barton Snooker, so
oh, okay, nice.
yeah, just take some time to look it out, ingest the videos, and then find a table near you, which obviously was tough a few years ago, but now things are growing up in America. We've seen more and more places with snooker tables popping up, and definitely a resurgence in Canada. So we're getting there slowly, step by step.
Ooh, nice pot there. Yeah, I think you tend to find the type of pool players that tend to like snooker are the shot making kind of pool players. You know, those who really feel that euphoria from hitting the back of the pocket clean. Something about it, I don't know what it is. Pleasures of small motions, you know.
True, but wait till you go off a couple of cushions and put your cue ball right behind a bulk color to snooker your opponent. That's elation.
I did that earlier just in the match. I think that was that one felt pretty good for sure. I know what you mean on that, most definitely. Man, I'm sweating. This is a tough tournament. Holy smokes! A lot of good players. I like the format, the round robin format. You get to play a good amount of players, but it's kind of sad because there's 3/4 of the field you don't actually get to play against unless you make it out of the groups. You know?
True, and hopefully, obviously a lot of players have traveled across this large country. because sometimes the round robin can come back and bite you. It's a little unfortunate that sometimes some people will lose their first 2 matches and then they just feel that they're not in the tournament anymore and kind of maybe like, well, I'm going to go, do something else and not play those last or second last matches, but not realizing that that's really going to affect the tournament, because you could be playing a player that is counting on that match, win or lose, for seeding into the knockout. So it's
definitely it's I mean, it's a sportsmanship thing, right? Like you signed up to play the tournament. you're not gonna bail last minute just because you already lost or whatever.
True. And it's obviously tough, if you lost your first match and it was just a blowout and your confidence is shot, but you got to regroup. Everyone's got creamed in this game once in a while.
Oh yeah.
So just know that you're not alone and dig your boots in, and something magical could happen.
Yeah, you're not really getting better if you're not getting creamed every once in a while.
Is there a touching ball there? No. Since we don't have a referee, it's up to obviously the player coming to the table to take a look and see if there's a touching ball, and if there is, to let their opponent know that it is a touching ball and point out which ball it is touching.
Yeah, it doesn't. If anything, it's just close red, closest to us, but I don't think so the way he's looking at it. Yeah, he's striking into it, so don't think it's touching ball.
I don't think that was the shot to play. He's kind of pushed out these reds now. And the way Ray was stroking in the first frame, this is a good opportunity for him to get some.
Ooh, uncharacteristic miss. He's been playing pretty sharp so far.
True.
Last frame, he kind of just took it.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to miss that shot. I thought we were going to be sitting back and enjoying a good break. Snooker Shed, I wouldn't be surprised if they were pool players. Me coming from Canada, I'm not as versed in a lot of these American players. There are a few. I do know Christian, who's sitting beside me. I've seen him play a little bit. And Mike Dominguez, that owns the club. CCU, it's another player. Ali Alisay, I've known him from back when we did the Richester Cup in 2017 in Burlington, Ontario, Canada. Just trying to look over the list and see, but there's Dave Daly. I know him from coming up to Vancouver to play in tournaments up there, but a lot of them are quite foreign. But I'd have to rage a educated guess that most of these players do come from a pool background, predominantly, just because that was so long the American game, and I wonder why it just never really grasped in America. Is it a speed thing, as snooker is not the quickest of sports? It's more of a slow burn than a quick hit.
Yeah, I think it has to do with some historical stuff. Also, for a lot of places, a lot of businesses, it's not very cost effective or efficient to put in even a 10x5, but a 12x6 table in your bar or whatever. I mean, most pool places are bars, so I think that's part of the culture of, like, you'll find, bars can be more cramped, crowded, so they're going to opt to put in really small tables and try to put a few more of them in instead of fewer larger tables to kind of optimize and make a little more side income. But yeah, we're trying to change that culture, provide our own type of high standard of billiards first, and then everything else kind of secondary.
That's true, John. The pros, they don't let up. And they don't play to the crowd. If you ever want to watch a great little YouTube documentary on the 1980 World Championship, maybe I'm showing a little Canadian bias here because we know who the champion was. It was none other than Cliff Thorburn. But when you watch that match a little bit, he was playing Alex Higgins, and Alex was leading a lot in the match. And early on, he really started to pull ahead. but then he started to kind of play to the crowd a little bit, and that was to his detriment. You got to have that killer instinct, and you just got to keep playing and punish your opponent. Don't let them in, because one little whiff, it could switch it around.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, snooker shed. I agree. Different atmosphere in a snooker room for sure. That's one thing. We've had a few big tournaments here at Ox for pool. All the pool players walking around asking, "Hey, can you guys play some music? It's a little bit too quiet in here." You know, I feel like I can hear a pin drop. You know, it's almost like too quiet. It's distracting. And then when you go to a snooker tournament, it's like, if you're not quiet, everybody in the room just looks at you like, "What the heck are you doing?" Like, come on, we're playing. This is serious. Like, it's a little bit different in terms of that. I don't know if it's just the standard or the historical culture behind it or what, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, and they're evolving as well in the game of snooker. Like, I'm not sure how many of our friends out there on the stream, and you, Christian, if you're familiar with the Snooker Shootout. Yeah. So that's a new event that's come over in the past few years.
Nice pot there, though, from Jacob, man. He's been hitting some good long pots. Yes. But yeah, Snooker Shootout, it's a bit more of a crowd involved, right? Format. A little bit faster pace. I think pool has historically had their like biggest tournament is basically the snooker shootout style, the Moscone Cup. It's like a big crowd pleaser. The crowd's meant to be involved, etc. Yeah, it's interesting to see those kind of new ways of approaching the game. From what I hear, though, all the pros hate it. they have to play it because it's a ranking event, but at least some of the top pros are just like, I regret playing this tournament every time.
Some do and some enjoy it, and I think it's a good tool for the North American audience, as some of them might be interested in more fast-paced kind of things, and you do get that with the shootout, as in the first 5 minutes it's a 15-second shot clock, and then in the last 5 minutes a 10-second shot clock. So it has that quick kind of payoff, but it still brings out some of the snooker rules. So as a snooker purist, I do like the traditional snooker and long frame matches and stuff like that, but I can see a place for the shootout. We threw a shootout last year in Vancouver.
Oh, you did?
And I think people weren't exactly sure about it, but when they started to see it being played, they got excited and they're happy, and I think they want to put their name into the entry for this coming year's one.
Okay, nice.
Well, Canute says in Michigan, USA, it's only known for 2 public 12-foot tables. So we need to rectify that and get some more tables in.
Now, Dr.
Michigan.
Snooker has something else to say, though. He's saying Michigan has 7 12-foot tables and 5 10-footers. What's fine snooker? Must be some sort of a website to share. Dave Daly calling out Andy Walls, the snooker shed. Oh, sad day. Outdated info. So we used to have tables in Michigan, maybe, and now they're no longer there.
Sure, we could say, in Chicago they have about 80 rooms filled with about 30 tables, but that was about 70 years ago.
Yeah.
So a little out to date. But you made a correct statement earlier, Christian, just alluding to the amount of real estate that these tables need. So hopefully the influx of these kind of clubs, I know servicemen's clubs back in Canada, they are holding on to the 6x12s. And that's kind of a good thing to see. I know some people are wondering, why don't you have a pool table? Well, pool tables are everywhere. As you said, Christian, you go to any bar and you're going to find a little 4x8 pool table.
3.5 by 7, actually, I think. That's the standard one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to go and find these little coin-op tables, keep to themselves, don't really need it, don't have a lot of maintenance done to them, kind of large pockets. It's a different game. A little more of a party vibe. Meanwhile, we got some safeties going back and forth. There's a long pot up into the corner. You think Jacob's going to take it? My money's on yes, because I don't know if he can leave. If he leaves too much other than that red, if he just screws back, and he'll have pink or blue in the middle, left middle pocket. He's taking it. Taking it on. Just don't leave that red.
It's a tough shot, and it's a cursing and a blessing. We're blessed that we can see championship snooker at a high level. The curse is that we see these pros playing fantastic shots, and we think we can do it when it takes an immense amount of skill to pull off the shots they take.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, we got a match over table 2. Stephen Wong at the table. He was a little bit camera shy. We asked him if he wanted to be on the TV match, and he said, no, don't put me on yet. I guess he'll get his TV table time later.
Julian, I think Christian can answer that best. What's the rate for an hour of table time in the US?
It depends kind of on time of day. So in Seattle, it's going to be kind of specific to the local prices for a lot of things. But we try to make it here at Ox. We basically have the same rate across all tables, no matter pool or snooker. And so I think our base rate is right now, I think it's $12 during 3 to 7 every day, and after 7 we bump it up 18 or 20, depending on, I think the weekend is like $20 an hour. And then we have membership. If you're a member, you get 20% off whatever the public rate is, which is a pretty sweet deal. And then you get 24-hour access. And if you sign up for off hours, you actually get $8 an hour, which is pretty sweet. That's kind of a feel for the price. Looks like they're respotting.
Yep. Blast off that over. Blue. $7 unlimited from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. in Michigan. That sounds great.
Yep. The only problem is we have a Seattle real estate rental prices, so stuff's pretty expensive. We also are all ages here at Ox, where we only serve canned or bottled beer and cider. We're not a full bar, but it means we can be all ages. So you can bring your kids out. Everybody can play.
I feel like he was just hitting it open there. Ran around a lot. There's a lot of real estate on that table.
Left a few options. Probably can see Ray putting down a decent break if he gets a few good pots here. Oh, watch out. Middle pocket. Yeah, Dr. Snooker. Yeah, we try to pride ourselves in the quality of the table. It's kind of what you're paying for, right? So pretty sure the state that they're in right now, they'd be able to be used on the Pro Tour, no problem. We had Simon Barker, master technician, come and refelt our tables about a month ago. I think maybe 3 weeks ago, actually. And I think they're just getting to the point where they're starting to break in nice. They're starting to lose that super slidiness, but they're still playing really well. Yeah, striker number 10, cloth, 6811 for the cushions. All recently felted.
Sure, and if you get the champion conditions, that will definitely encourage more of the players to come over. I do like to play on the optimum conditions, I mean.
Yep.
If you have a shag carpet as a table, you're not going to see a Ronnie O'Sullivan or Neil Robertson come over. I think Mike's doing a great job here.
Here's a good angle, a good shot coming up on our second TV table. Oh, he's not taking it on. Okay, we'll go back.
You have quick fingers, Mr. Christian. You're bouncing around a lot.
Sorry. I see the previews. It looks so cool. I want to check out all the angles. Yep, tables are heated and everything. Just overcut that a tiny bit.
I think we're deep in the basement here, so I don't know if much moisture gets in.
Yeah, we got some dehumidifiers that are running. We just got a air conditioning system as well set up, so that helps. But yeah, just a little bit of constant humidity going around all over. But yeah, having the tables heated helps massively. People think that it's mostly having to do with the friction and the speed of the table, but actually more so it's about keeping them dry and clean and fresh from any sort of extra humidity.
And now, was it you, Christian, or someone else was telling me last night that we're doing some work upstairs of the room.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, there was a giant flood that came about, and Knox was incredibly fortunate that it did start dripping down from the ceiling. Disaster could have happened, but it actually dripped just between tables, yeah. So it didn't get on any of the beds. I
don't want to think about what would have happened if it had dripped on a table. It would have been pretty scary, but it felt like it was raining for a short second in that corner of the room. But luckily, no issues. Just a bit of cleanup. Yeah, the building's pretty cool. What I like most about it, if we can go to this we can go to the white shot here. These beautiful wooden columns that are found everywhere throughout, and the old school concrete and everything. It's pretty cool looking.
That was the shot for Jacob. Yeah, coming off the cushion to be on this red, but now he's left it for Raymond.
Dave Daly signing off. Well, it's good to have you, Dave. Should have hung out more, but get some rest, get some matches in tomorrow. We'll see you then. We'll get you on the TV table. We'll see. Shout out to Dave Daly. What a man.
Yeah, Dave was definitely instrumental on making the women's event last weekend a great success. He's on his feet for a good 3 days, just acting as the roving referee and refereed the final. So, Dave, thank you very much. We appreciate very much.
And commentary. He's calling you out now, Dave. Dave on Dave action in the booth. I love it. Ooh, went for it. Slide overcut. Probably going to see Ray take on this same red. No, he actually undercut it. It's going to leave something, I think. I think these are these seem to be kind of the bread and butter shots. These like half table distance, quarter table from cue ball to object ball to pocket. If you start nailing these, you start to get really solid to build up breaks.
Yeah, just the short, nice, compact shots.
Yeah.
Not a lot of drawback, not a lot of run through. Just the stun run throughs, the stun draws.
Yeah, stun run
Always
throughs. Oh yeah.
good to have in your wheelhouse.
Hey, thanks, Snooker Shed. Yeah, we're trying to promote the game. Fighting the good fight. More people need to be exposed to it. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. And a little bit of stress. That's all.
Yes, Jacob is the red killer.
Oof.
But now it's Raymond's turn to do the business.
Dr. Snooker said it's the good kind of stress. Yeah, for sure. I keep telling myself the same thing. Don't worry. Ooh, nice. Nice snooker here. Let's see what Jacob's got. It's going to be a tough one. Looks like he's going to try for a 2-cushion escape.
A bit tricky with those black and blue right there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Oh, he's looking good on this line. Ooh,
we went for
almost
that
potted
route,
it.
2 cushions. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. Did you think it was going to go a different route? Oh, the
I was
bottom
just
red.
looking at the bottom red there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray's been really in command of this match from start. There's been a few frills of brilliance that Jacob has, but he just he gets those nice reds in, but then his color is not there. That's the name of the game. Red color, red color.
Yes, it is. But we kind of double this. Oh, let's play safe. The prudent play, Mr. Raymond McCarthy.
Yeah, the experience there. Very nice snooker. It shouldn't be a problem. 2 cushions escape here, but I think he's going to go for 1. It almost looks like.
Looks like 1. That's how these tables are. Brand new. They've always play long. Holy smokes! I was missing all of my snooker escapes in my match. Oh my goodness. They play so long. It just slides because the fresh felt. Oh, it looks like a free ball. So
Yeah, that
Raymond.
mess could be quite costly because it pushed the black close to the cushion. And Jacob is going to need that black to get back in this frame.
So Ray takes the free ball and then he's on the pink. Nicely done. Looks like he's gonna have a second shot on the pink and then it's time for clearance. Yep, snookers required. 48 difference. 35 max remaining. Nice pot there.
Yeah,
And that might be all she wrote.
I think we say goodnight to this one. Raymond looking very impressive. Jacob had moments of brilliance.
Oh, missed that. Yeah, pink. Now, I don't think the match technically has to end.
49-27.
Oh, is
That's,
how many snookers required? 49 points. 27 is 20.
Over 5 snookers there. So that's
Yep.
a concession there.
23, that's a concession.
So Raymond takes that frame and the match. 2-0 there. And we'll just step aside for a quick little break, get our stream set up for the next match, as it's a roll-on, roll-off kind of theory. When a table is available, we get any players that are ready to play on that table. So tune us with shortly. Yep. Christian Youngers and myself, David Burney, will be back shortly. We'll see you then.